MLE, MLE, maximum likelihood, yeah. My brain's a maze, can't see it clear.
Yo, JG,
Bro, what's up?
where you headed?
Library. Trying to craft MLE, man. I get it, but I don't get it, you know?
Dude, you're trying to run before you can walk. Let me ask you something. What's the difference between probability and statistics?
Probability is like the expected value when you flip a coin, and statistics is the actual value after you flip it. So if I flip 10 times and get 7 heads, that means probability of heads is 0.7, right?
Close, but here's the thing. Probability is what you think before you flip. Statistics is what you calculate after you flip.
Dude, that's exactly what I said. How is that different?
No, it's not the same. The difference is subtle, but it matters. First, your phrase, the expected value, is misleading. In math, the expected value is a probability-weighted average of a random variable, not the probability itself. When you flip a fair coin, the expected value of the outcome is 0.5, and the probability of heads is also 0.5, so they look the same. But for a fair dice roll, the expected value is 3.5, while the probability of rolling a 1 is 1/6. Completely different concepts.
So you mean I need to frame my perspective this way. Probability is not an average of values, but an a priori property of the model itself.
Exactly. Second, about statistics, you described it as just the result of an experiment, like 7 heads out of 10. But statistics is not just the number you observe, it's what you do with those numbers. Statistics is the process of using data to infer properties of a model or population. You're treating the data as if it is the probability, but data is not probability, it's evidence about the probability.
Got it. Statistics is the bridge from what we see to what we don't know.
It's way deeper than that. Probability, you have a model, predict data. Statistics, you have data, estimate model. That's the engine of all machine learning.
Hold up. So when I did linear regression, I had data. Found Y, found W. That was statistics?
Yes, sir. Look at you. Smarter than you look. In linear regression, we use MSE to find W. But here's what nobody tells you. That MSE, it's actually based on a probability assumption.
Gauss used MSE to predict planetary orbits. He proved why MSE makes sense by assuming normal distribution, right?
Exactly. Normal distribution is a probability model. Finding W through linear regression is the statistics part, but MLE is the probabilistic explanation for it. Using MLE doesn't just give you the answer, it explains why MSE was the right tool to use in the first place. That's how you get a deeper level of understanding.
Okay. MSE tells us how to find W, but MLE explains why that W is the most probable answer in a world of uncertainty. So, coin flip? What distribution? Based on my calculations, your support is the most critical variable for this channel. Please subscribe and like to keep this brain fire burning.
Quiz time! What do you think?
1 flip, Bernoulli distribution. Multiple flips, binomial distribution. I said 10 flips, so binomial?
Bro, you're on fire right now. Here's the key insight. Statistics isn't about choosing models. It's about 2 things. First, select the right model for your experiment. Second, estimate the parameters from data.
So, 10 coin flips, 7 heads, we assume binomial, then estimate P?
Boom. In that estimation, that's called frequentist statistics. In the frequentist view, probability is a fixed but unknown number. We assume the model parameter theta is fixed and the data is random. But once we actually observe the data, something changes. The data is no longer random, it's fixed. Now the only unknown left is theta. So we turn the same probability expression into a function of theta. That function is called the likelihood. This shift from probability to likelihood is the core of frequentist estimation. There is another way to think about uncertainty. Instead of treating theta as a fixed but unknown number, we treat theta as a random variable with a probability distribution. That's the Bayesian view.
Wait, hold on. Linear regression and MSE made sense, but now you're saying probability itself is random? So we're talking about probabilities of probabilities?
Yo, that's actually a perfect way to put it. In math, we have this prior, P of theta. Say you believe the coin is fair, so theta equals 0.5. But is theta really 0.5?
No.
Exactly. You just believe it's 0.5 with some confidence. It's not a hard fact, it's a belief. So you're putting a probability distribution on the probability itself.
Dude, my brain is melting.
I know, man. Look, if you only understand Bayes' theorem as conditional probability, this is gonna feel weird. Don't worry, we'll come back to MAP later. Right now, let's focus on MLE.
Thank God. But I still don't fully get MLE either. What on earth am I missing?
That's why we're here, bro. You're probably just missing a few puzzle pieces in the basics. All right, real talk. You ready to finally crush MLE? We gotta go deeper on probability basics. 5 concepts, that's it.
Bet, let's do it.
First up, experiment. An experiment is any process that generates data. Flip a coin, roll a die, tomorrow's weather. Experiment leads to outcome. Simple. Second, sample space. That's omega. It's the set of all possible outcomes. Coin flip, omega equals heads, tails. Die roll, omega equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's literally everything that could happen. Now, an event. This trips people up. An event is a subset of the sample space. It's any collection of outcomes you care about. In the coin example, heads is one event. Tails is another event.
Oh, so for a die, 1 is an event, 2 is an event, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 events total, right?
Nope. That's exactly the mistake everyone makes. Yes, each single outcome is an event, but events can also be collections of outcomes. Even numbers, that's the event 2, 4, 6. Greater than 4, that's 5, 6. Any subset of the sample space is an event. For a die, there are actually 2 to the power of 6 equals 64 possible events.
64.
Set theory, baby. Now, number 4. This is the big kahuna. Random variables. Most students have no idea what this actually is. Pop quiz. What's a random variable?
Isn't it like the x in p of x?
That's what everyone thinks, but here's the real definition. A random variable is a function that maps outcomes to real numbers. X maps from omega to the real numbers.
Wait, it's a function?
Yup. Mind blown, right? Look, outcomes aren't always numbers. Heads and tails aren't numbers, but we need numbers to do math, so we create a function. X of heads equals 1. X of tails equals 0. That's a random variable.
Bro, that's actually genius. We're converting outcomes to numbers?
Exactly. You just got what most people never learn. Last one, probability function. This takes your random variable and gives you the probability. Notation, p of x equals 1 means probability that x equals 1, or just p of x equals 1 for short. Coin example, p of x equals 1 is 0.5 for heads. P of x equals 0 is 0.5 for tails.
So random variable gives numbers, probability function gives probabilities.
Boom. All right, let's bring it all together. Here's the complete flow. The experiment leads to a sample space, which defines events. These events map through random variables to arrive at probability functions. Let's use the coin flip as an example. Flipping the coin is your experiment. Heads or tails is your sample space. Getting heads is the specific event. Now the random variable maps those outcomes to numbers. Let's say heads becomes 1 and tails becomes 0. Finally, when we say the probability of x being 1 is 0.5, that right there is your probability function.
Dude, I thought I knew all this stuff, but I actually didn't.
Nah, man, you did know it. The fact that you got it so quickly, that means the pieces were already there, just scattered. Now, practice explaining this flow yourself. Once you can draw it from memory, it's locked in forever. I'm sending you a link to review.
Cool, thanks. But wait, I still don't see how this connects to MLE.
You're not supposed to yet. Here's what you're missing. Binomial distribution and likelihood functions. But here's the thing. Without understanding what we just covered, those 2 concepts would have been impossible to grasp. You just built the foundation. The house comes next.
Oh damn, so this was step 1?
Exactly. Most people try to build the house first, then wonder why it collapses. You're doing it right. Go review, then hit me up when you're ready for likelihood functions.
Bet. Alright, let's get it. Foundation locked, now I'm ready to build. MLE, here I come, about to get skilled.
MLE, MLE, maximum likelihood, yeah. My brain's amazed, can't see it clear. MLE, MLE, maximum likelihood, yeah. My brain's amazed, can't see it clear.